What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Callaway Design here. Today we're going to be looking at creating and routing mechanical and plumbing systems. I don't do a ton of electrical, but same concepts will apply from mechanical and plumbing over to electrical. I've done a ton of residential electrical work, but in terms of 3D modeling, I've not run a ton of cable tray and conduit. But setting up the system and applying the colors and everything is going to follow the same principles and pretty closely to the plumbing side. I'll kind of touch on it real quick just to show you, but it won't be too in depth. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump right on in. So if you look at your tab at the top here, we are going to go to the Systems tab, and you can see you've got HVAC, fabrication, detailing, collaboration, mechanical. Right here you've got plumbing and piping, and right here you've got your electrical section. We're going to go from left to right. We're going to start with the ductwork. So just click on that, right, the icon for ductwork right there. You can see that it shows you what the shortcut is. I'm a big fan of shortcuts. I encourage you to use them. So anyway, I'm just going to use DT. Now, if you look under your Properties tab right here, you can see that I've got 2-inch water column, rectangular shoe tap, radius elbow selected. I've got a couple of others loaded in here from my template. We've got mitered elbows, radius elbows, and we've got our round duct, conical, T's, and high efficiency takeoff. The first thing we'll do is we'll take a look at how these systems are set up. You're going to open up, you're going to go to Edit Type over here. It's going to open up this dialog box, Routing Preferences. Click on Edit right there. And this is where you can change your fittings to fit your unique situation or however you want to build it. You can see here I'm on the rectangular duct, the mitered elbow. So for elbow, we've just got our regular standard bend in it. But we have all these other options we can fill in. If I click on my radius elbow and go to routing preferences, you can see I've got rectangular elbow with a radius of 1.5 W, and everything else pretty much stays the same here. So take a look at this. If you don't have anything loaded in initially, what you got to do is come over here to Insert, go to Load Autodesk Family, and you can see actually I had to load in a radius elbow, so I've got that selected already, but you can type in whatever you need. If you need a mitered elbow, you can get them from right here, and all you got to do is click on that. I'm not going to do it because I've got these loaded in already, but click on it there, load in, it'll pop right in, no problem. Then you can add that into your routing preferences. That's how you set it up. The duct itself. Now let's take a look at how you create your systems. If you come down here to Duct Systems, you're going to see that these are preloaded. I had to set these up, but you can see we've got exhaust air, outside air, return air, supply air, and transfer air. These are already set up, but you're basically just going to go in, and there should already be systems loaded in, so you can rename them or duplicate right here and get whatever systems that you need in yours. To change the color, which here in a minute when we start drawing you'll see, but you go right click on it and go to Type Properties, and right here under Material, click on that. That'll bring up this dialog box here, and you may not have obviously supplier duct already loaded in, but you can come down here, create new material, or select something close and say duplicate. It's typically how I do it. And then under your Appearance tab, you've got all these tabs across here. If you go to your Appearance tab, you can change what it looks like when it's shaded by clicking there. And if you want a green, cyan, whatever you want. Supply air, pretty standard, is blue colored, so we're going to go with that. All right, so then you pick whatever color you want. That's under your material. Okay. And if you want to override the lines, which I always do both, You can do it a different color. You can do whatever you want to do, really. I do it the same color. So I come in here, graphic overrides, and color blue. So that's how you get your duct systems in place and how you change the appearance of them, which we'll see right now. Now let's route the duct work. Back up to our tabs at the top, come over to systems, and we are going to click on duct. You can see right there where it says duct, right beside that it's got two capital letters, D and T. That is the shortcut for that command. So I'm a big fan of shortcuts. I hardly ever use these up here. I've got another video explaining how to create shortcuts. I highly encourage you to use shortcuts. It just makes things go so much faster. So anyway, DT gets me to duct. Make sure I got what I want selected here. And over my properties tab here, I can change my duct system type. Exhaust air, outside air, return air, supply transfer. We're going to stick with supply air. Now we set our size up here. Typically my supply air is going to have a 1.5-inch liner in it. So whatever the engineered drawings show, I'm going to add 3 inches to it. So it's usually an odd number. So let's set this to, I don't know, 25 by, 19. All right. And right here, we can set our elevation of where we want that ductwork. So I'm going to set mine at 10 feet. Then we're just going to play in this little area right here. We don't need to do anything too crazy. But let's just say that we've got some duct coming through here. Let's do this a different way. Let's start right here and come this way, drop down, come over. Now what we want to do is, let's just say we've already picked up a couple of registers and we want to reduce that ductwork. All we got to do is come up here and call this, I don't know, 21 by, let's call it 15. Now it's going to automatically reduce that down for us. Right here, let's say this is coming from a rooftop unit, something up higher, dropping out through a shaft. What we can do, click. What I did was I selected the duct, right click, and then draw duct. And to get that up, middle elevation right there, I can take that and just say 30 feet. And then just say apply, apply, apply. And then now you've got that going up. And then I can just kind of move that if I want to. All right, so now you can see my lines are blue, what I showed you a minute ago. If I put this on shaded, you can see that it turns that blue across the board. So let's go back to hidden line. Now, I'm going to cap open ends here. So if you select on this, you can just select this cap open ends right here, and that'll cap that in right there and close the system off. Now, let's draw some branch duct. We've got to get some branch duct in here. So let's do DT again. Now we're going to drop down here, and since we're coming off of a rectangular duct, we want the conical. Now what you got to do is inherit elevation right here, so that now I don't have to do anything except for attach to that duct there and start going out. I'm going to change, we'll do that a different way. Inherit elevation, boom. All right, so let's run the, that's 25 was way too big. Let's go with 8. And we're just going to run a couple of branch ducts out here. And we're going to come in and add some diffusers here in just a minute. I'll show you how I do that. Let's just get a couple in here. Let's just say that goes like that. And actually, let's do this for fun. Let's just say it goes like that, and then this has a diffuser maybe all the way down here, I don't know. Okay, so now we've got our branch takeoffs. Now, let's get some air terminals added. So, I'm gonna, you can click air terminal right here, up on your ribbon. I am just gonna do AT, and I'm going to kind of place these. I don't know exactly where they go right now because I can't see my duct, but let's just kind of place these around. I've got an ACT grid. I'm going to kind of try to locate them in a good spot. I've got my ceiling set at 10 feet. And so these are just automatically attaching to my ceiling. Oh, by the way, this is in a ceiling plan view. I always locate my diffusers from the ceiling plan just so that I can make sure that I'm inside these grids and everything, so we don't care about saving. All right, let's go back to our floor plan. And now we can see that we need to add a couple more. Let's just say we need one up here. Now we need one over here. This one should have been down here. And we don't need that one. Let's bring this up here. Typically, in an area like this, it doesn't matter. But if I've got an office or something, I'm going to put an elbow in it. So, all right, let's just kind of line some of these up. Boom, 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 boom. Just like magic. And these are 8-inch takeoffs, right? Yep. So what we want to do, make sure, I don't know why that's there. Get out of here. Now, what we want to do, you can see I've got preloaded in here my own diffusers. I've got my supply, return, exhaust. I've got 6, rectangular necks here, round necks here. Down here are custom sizes. So you can either load in manufacturer specific. I just create my own just to make it easy on myself. But anyway, so we've got 6-inch and we want those to be 8. So we're going to go down here to supply. Supply 24 by 24 is what we want. And we want an 8-inch neck on that. 8-inch there. Let's actually just come in here and select all of them. This is a nice thing. We can select all these at one time. And bada bing, bada boom. All 8-inch. Now, let's connect these bad boys up. We are going to do, I'll show you where it is up here, flex duct. But you can see that hotkey there is FD, so we're going to type in FD. I like mine to be on flex. And let's go ahead and connect these. Oops, that's 10-inch. Change that to 8. So now this time I'll show you that if you FD, you usually want to kind of check up here, make sure it's correct, so you can do 8-inch, and then boom, boom. Connect, connect. Oops. Connect, connect. I mean, usually these flex are going to be a little bit longer, but you get the idea. Now, boom. Now we've got a duct system feeding this little area right here. If we want to tag our duct, we do TG. I don't want that leader on it. Why is it? Oh, no kidding. In previous versions, you had the option right here to deselect putting a leader on it, and now I can't. That's interesting. Now you got to do it like this. Man, 25. Come on, get it together. What I can do now is just probably do CS. No, it's still going to add that. Unbelievable. Okay, anyway, not important. I'll figure that out later. I'm new to 2025, to be completely honest with you. So anyway, tag it, just TG, boom, boom. I'm going to take the leaders off of there like that, and then we'll just drag these down. That's how I want it to look. Same for the round duct. I've got preloaded in here for my diffuser tags. Tag your diffusers. I'm going to set all these to 250 because I'm going to show you something. 250. All right, cool. Now watch this. When you select, this is very helpful for sizing ductwork, more on the engineering side. I think I use this more so than BIM, but sometimes in BIM I have to do this as well. But if I click on this duct right here, that's going to give me all my properties under mechanical flow. You can see that this duct right here is carrying 1,250 CFM total. That's including all of these 250 CFM diffusers. So, you know how much air you've got left, and for me, it helps me size it. I'll kind of come through here and do it like this. Now, watch this. Now that's going to drop off. Now we're only picking up 1,000. Now we're only picking up 750, and now we're only picking up 500. So keep an eye on that because I think it helps tremendously. It also shows you your pressure drop, your velocity, a bunch of good information there. So now that we've got our duct drawn in, let me show you how to convert this to fabrication parts in case you want to do that. So back to our systems tab, fabrication area that I showed you earlier, click on fabrication parts. It's going to pop up this little dialog here. Right now I'm under ductwork -2 inch. I want that to be positive. When you come in, you may not have anything loaded in. What you've got to do is come into settings, and you can click, it's not letting me do it here, but you click down right here and you'll probably have a couple of different options. You click on that. You may have to hit reload configuration, and you'll see all of your systems that Revit has built in. These are the ones that I load in because these are the ones that I use. So you can just come over here, add, take out, however you want to set up your system. So anyway, -2 +2. So we're going to use the +2. And now all we've got to do, I'm tabbing. If I hover over this right here and tab once, it selects that. If I tab again, it's going to select everything in the whole system. Let's click on that. We can filter out because we're not going to be fabbing air terminals. We're going to take that off, and we're actually going to take out flex duct as well. Apply, you can see magically that just deselects itself. Now, all we've got to do is come in here and go to Design to Fabrication. And I've got everything selected. I want to double check. I got 25 by 19 good, 21 by 15 is good. I've got some 8-inch round in there, and we are ready to go. Everything looks good. Click Finish, and now you can see it's got all these little nodes. What that did was that put in fabrication parts, that put in these pieces over here. Now you can see that some of the, everything's a little bit longer than a full joint, so we've got to get that fixed. Actually, first thing I'm going to do, these throats are always too small, and to fix it overall, you got to go into AutoCAD and do a bunch of stuff. So I'm not taking the time to do that. I just come in here and change my throat sizes like that. I never ever use 2-inch throats unless I'm in a tight spot and I have no other choice. But typically, I like for them to be 6 inches. They're just easier to fab that way. They need to, and a lot of times in the field, they can just cut that down if they need to anyway. So 6 inch, boom, 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 ply. Okay, easy enough. Now, this piece right here, I can tell you, is, where's my length? 5'1" 3/4. That's going to be pretty close. I think that that may or may not be a full joint. Anyway, so now what we want to do is get actual full joints in here. So if we come in here, I was holding Control. Click on that, hold Control. You can see the plus button pop up right by my cursor, and then click, click, click. Now what I want to do, if I want to get those into individual joints, I can just come up here and say Optimize Lengths. Now you can see that we've got individual joints. What I like to do is, you can see here we've got this little bitty joint. Guys in the field are not going to want to deal with that. Easiest thing to do is extend the throat on this elbow right here. And so to do that, I don't think out of the box Revit lets you do that. Yeah, there's, with like Siskiyou and other programs, you can select those two and then say, does this work? No. You can say eliminate short duct or whatever, but in this case, you have to come in here and say, okay, that piece is 5 3/8 of an inch long. Delete that. Edit, add 5 3/8 to this, which is 11 3/8. And watch, I bet I got the wrong side. Nope, I got it good. Usually I get it on the wrong side. Here that piece is, let's see, that piece there is 1 2 3/8. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to extend this an extra 1 2 3/8. So click on that, edit, and change that to, God, I forgot what I said. So can you do it? You know what? That's a much easier way to do it right there. Just select on that, slide it up. Is it connected though? Nope. See, that's the problem. It won't connect. Oh, ooh, can I do it that way? No. So let me measure that again. Sorry, I should remember, but that is an extra 1 2 5/8. edit part, 1/8 and 5/8. Apply. Okay. No. Boom. Now we've eliminated a short piece. Now we've just got that elbow, this extended throat, this elbow, this extended throat. Perfect. This I'm just going to leave. You get the idea. If you want to shorten up a piece or eliminate a piece, you get the point. You can kind of get rid of those. Same thing here, man. That's who wants that? Let's get rid of that, and we'll just pull that end cap right there. All right, now you've got a fabricated system. We can do the same thing. Those aren't going to need it, but we can do the same thing with our round duct. Click on it, optimize links, boom, puts those links in there, puts those straight full joints in there for you. Now, just one quick thing while we're at it too. Once you do that, you still have all your mechanical flow information. Didn't hold it this time. Typically, this still holds. This is only counting. Oh, that's why. System is not fully connected. System is not fully connected. Watch this. We just got to connect it. That's all we got to do. No big deal. We'll just come in here and connect it. We got time. We got time. Cool. Now watch this. Oh, it's still not working. That is interesting. Why is it only counting 480, 230? That ain't even, this is 250. Wow. Well, I'm looking kind of dumb now, but usually it still shows you the proper flow here. I'm not sure what's happening, but I'm not going to get hung up on it. Just play with it. That should still show the overall that's attached to it. I wonder if that messed up because of not doing the. Oh, I don't think I right. Anyway, let's not get hung up on it. I think you kind of get the point. So anyway, that's how we do our duct systems. And real quick, I'm not going to. Took a long time, so I'm not going to spend a ton of time on piping just because it's basically the same exact thing. It's just pipe instead. So let's just select all of that, delete. That was separated, so let's delete that. Back to our systems tab, pipe. Same exact thing. I've got different systems set up here, preloaded into my template. So we've got gas, black steel for gas, cast iron, no hub waste, copper for domestic water, vent, waste, and then standards in here. I never use that though. So let's just do a waste system real quick. And like I said, we'll do this pretty quick. Waste system is typically going to slope. So right here, you've got slope off, up, down, and we'll use up here in a minute. 4-inch pipe is what we're going to use. That's going to be 1/8 of an inch. Change that to 4, and we'll change. Another thing, always make sure your reference level is where you want it. We are on the main level. For some reason, Revit just will kick it to some arbitrary level. So let's click that to main level. And we're going to change this. We'll do this. The other one was what, at 10 feet? Let's do this at, oh, I don't know, 12. Let's say we're above the duct. Okay. Now we're going to kind of just route the same route. We'll just come this way and over here. And let's say that shaft that we were in with the duct is similar. So now what we want to do, instead of going up like we did with the duct, we'll go down. And we'll make this -5 because this is presumably going to tie into the underground. Apply. And now you've got that going down to the underground. All right, now we got to get some branch pipe in there, right? Because we're going to have some fittings, or excuse me, some fixtures up above. So in this case, we're going to come in here and say inherit elevation. If you want it to be the same, this is 4-inch. If I want it to be the same size, I'll do inherit size. In this case, I think I'm going to kind of play with different sizing just so you can see how things work. You'll see errors that I get and how to navigate that. Plumbing, for me, is kind of annoying, but such is life. So let's start getting some branch. We want to inherit elevation. We're going to slope up in this case because we're going up to the fixture off of the main. So here, let's just say we come off and we go there. And obviously this is going to feed a fixture up above. So let's just in that middle elevation section, you hit 15, apply, 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 however many times you need to. Got that fixed out. Now let's try something smaller. Let's say we got a 3-inch. And it might give me, oop, got inherit elevation. We're sloping up. I don't know why it's not showing up. Oh, inherit elevation, 3-inch. Boom. Now we should be good. Now we might get an error here. Can't make type Charlotte PVC combination wide 1/8 bin. What it's trying to do is put in the full size fitting instead of the reducing fitting. So unfortunately, what I usually end up doing is PF for fitting, and then I'm looking for a Y, and I should have a reducing Y somewhere. 1/8 bin reducing Y, boom, and then I can just put that in there, and then you can rotate, get it the way you want it. Flow is coming this way. We want to make sure that we're going the right direction. If it is the opposite way, all you gotta do is click this little flip fitting button. Boom, boom, no problem. Now, if we want to draw our duct, right click there, draw pipe, make sure we're sloping up, 1/8 of an inch, inherit elevation, inherit size, and boom. Same thing, we'll go 15, it's going up above, right there. And then, I mean, you get the point there, so we'll make it quick. Let's just say down here at the end, we got something else that goes up. Maybe it goes to a clean out or something. So there you go. That's how you get a piping system in. The same thing is going to apply for routing preferences. Select on it, edit type, routing preferences, and play with this and you know, maybe take a snapshot of this if you want to, and set up your system however you want to. And I might do another detailed video on how to set up these systems, and I would have to do some research because I think it would help me out too, because I run into a lot of problems with some of these routing preferences on the plumbing side. Same thing is going to apply real quick to piping systems. So you scroll down, we're under our families tab, under project browser, we're going to come down to piping systems, and here's all your piping systems. I happen to be on waste, probably, looks like above ground, so I got waste above ground. You can always change this though. If I want that to be storm, all I gotta do is click on storm, and bada bing, bada boom. I got a whole new system with different colors, so I can easily identify that. So same thing here. If I click on shaded, you can see that everything's purple. I've got colors set up already, just so I can easily, I know every color obviously, and it just helps me easily identify the systems. Real quick, I'll just do cable tray. Again, it's going to be the same exact thing. There's really no difference. 12 by 4 is a pretty standard cable tray size. Middle elevation, we'll just say 10 for fun. But I mean, you know, I don't. It doesn't have any fittings loaded in probably, but because I never use it. Interesting. No routing preferences. Bin radius multiplier 1. It should be 1. I just want to see if this is why it's not letting me. There we go. Oh. Yeah, there's no default. I never use electrical, but just kind of play with it. I mean, it's the same thing. If you want to run conduit without fittings. Let's see what happens if we do default. Cool, we got 2-inch conduit. I mean, oh, boom, no fittings loaded. You know, if you're doing electrical, load some fittings in, and same principles and practices will apply. But anyway, that is the mechanical and plumbing systems, how to route it, how to change it to, let me just real quick. I had this as a waste. I'm just going to stick with that. So we got piping, DWV, PVC 40. Same exact thing is going to apply here if you want to convert it to fabrication pieces. Same exact process. Design to fabrication, PVC 40, 4, blah, blah, blah. Everything checks out. I can do a green button here, or I can do it over here. Doesn't matter. And same thing with this. Ooh, it's got wrong fittings. So you can easily change it here, but you can also go in and change the default, which is what I will do on my end as well. But yeah, go in there and change that default, get your proper fittings in. That wasn't the right one. Ah, should be something like this, combination Y. That's a reducer, default, boom, that should work. Yep, there we go. So, and then same, those look like full sticks. I think I've got them set to 10 foot. That's too long. We hit optimize links, boom. Now we've got our pieces separated out into full joints. So that's how you do fabrication on the plumbing side. Anyway, hope this was helpful for you all, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for coming. And don't forget to like and subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff. I love to interact, and I want to provide good content, so I want you guys to let me know what you want to see next. Anyway, thanks for joining, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.